Okay, this is Captain Robo Chomo, Mission 7. This is the third mission of my first campaign. So it's going to wrap up the mission and we'll finally be able to score all of these points that I've been racking up. We're just going to demolish it. Okay, so same turn order as always. Green goes first. Red goes last. It's going to be pretty standard at the beginning. Turn 1. Let's go.
Alright. Threats appeared.
No threats.
Yay.
Alright, my actions. Green goes down to the engine room. Yellow jiggles the mouse. Maintain that computer. You can go and put the silver block on the computer.
Yeah.
Blue moves blue. Red moves red. Spreading out. Getting ready.
Like you do.
Uh-huh.
So that was actions. Damage calculation.
No weapons were fired. There's nothing to fire at.
Threats advance.
There are no threats.
Great. Okay. New threats appear.
Still, no threats. T2. Alright, let's just keep getting ready.
Exciting stuff.
Alright, so blue's going to refill the central reactor. Let's just
I believe
keep
that's
it full.
green.
Green.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, green. The captain. Okay, yellow. Alright, it's going to be a threat appearing, so yellow's going to use his mechanics specialization and enhance the central laser. Next time it's fired.
Something while he's just standing there.
Right. Loser. Blue activates the battle bots. Just be ready.
Yes.
Be ready to battle. Red goes downstairs. He's also going after battle bots. It turns out there won't be any invaders. We will have an internal malfunction and we won't need the battle bots. But I didn't know that at this point.
Alright.
So
actions
getting
and
ready.
damage calculation.
No weapons fired yet.
And no threats advancing and no rockets.
No threats. Right?
Well, at least nobody's delayed.
No one's delayed. Turn 3. Now we have a threat. The major asteroid. This thing has 11 health and it can absolutely destroy the ship. Usually what I do with asteroids is I whittle it down to 1 hit point so it can just harmlessly bounce off of my shield. If you destroy these and they're in proximity to the ship, they can still do huge damage. But we've got time, it's on a long track, so we're just going to go ahead and blow it up. Okay, my turn. Green, he's done his job, he's just waiting. Yellow fires that laser that he had prepared before. It's going to do extra damage to the asteroid. Blue goes downstairs. He's got battle bots, and all he's going to do with them is use them to fire a whole bunch of rockets. Red activates the other BattleBot squad.
Oh, good.
If there were any invaders, they'd be in big trouble, but there aren't.
Okay, damage calculation.
Okay, so we fired the central laser at the asteroid. Does 6 damage because it's been enhanced. And it has no shields. It's an asteroid. Alright, so it's destroyed. You can take that green cube away, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that energy is spent.
It's gone. Asteroid's gone.
No, it still has 5 hit points left.
Oh, shit. I was getting ahead of myself. I was just very excited for it to be dead.
It will be. Alright, so next step, the threats advance. So the asteroid is still around. So it's going to advance too, but it doesn't do anything. And it's still at a good distance from the ship, so we can keep shooting at it. Turn 4. Okay, now we have another threat. The Scout. I have not encountered this before. It's immune to lasers. I can't shoot it with the lasers, but I can hit it with rockets, so that's what I'm going to do. It only has 3 health and just 1 shield. And it doesn't really do that much on its own. It just makes the other threats advance faster or have stronger attacks. So we're just going to not let it do any of that stuff.
Alright, actions.
Alright, green moves red. Alright, he's got a plan. Yellow fires the laser again. It's not super enhanced, but it's enough. Blue, he's waiting. Red changes decks. He's got his battle bots, now he's going to run back upstairs. As you can see, he and green are getting ready to coordinate fire on an imminent threat that's going to be showing up soon.
Okay, but first, damage calculation.
Alright, the central laser was fired at the major asteroid, doing 5 damage. and
now
destroying
it's dead,
it.
finally.
Now it's dead. So you can take that green block away. And that was the only weapon he fired.
Yeah. Threats advance.
Alright, so we only have one threat left. The scout moves 2. Doesn't do anything.
No rockets yet. Oh, come on, rockets.
They're coming.
Excited. Okay.
Turn 5. Oh, let's have a new threat. The armored grappler. Now, this is a pretty weak guy, only 4 health, but he has 3 shield. He attacks a little. It's not really that serious. The main problem is just getting through that shield. But I have a solution to that.
Alright, so.
My turn. Green fires the lower laser. Yellow jiggles the mouse.
Okay.
Gotta remember to do that. Or else everyone's standing around confused. Blue's just hanging out. He wants to hit that rocket button so bad, but he's gotta wait. Red fires the upper laser. Alright, those are my actions.
And
Damage. So we have 2 lasers fired at the armored grappler. The upper and lower, so that's going to do 6 damage. It has 3 shield, so 3 damage will get through. And it only has 1 hit point left.
Let's advance.
Alright, so the scout advances 2. X action. Until destroyed, other external threats have +1 to attacks. Okay. That's not going to end up mattering at all, because we're going to get rid of all the other external threats.
Mm-hmm.
And then the grappler advances. It moves 2. Doesn't do anything.
And we're not delayed.
No one's delayed.
Ooh, internal threat.
Turn 6. Internal threat. The central laser jam is okay. So the central laser is broken. It requires 2 A actions to repair it. It's 2 health. So let's just have yellow get on that while he's hanging out there doing nothing.
Okay, actions.
Green waits. He doesn't do anything. Yellow starts working on that central laser jam. Fix it. Okay, it's partially fixed. Blue shoots a rocket.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that rocket's going to end up targeting the scout. Red fires his main laser. That drains the reactor and will target the grappler.
So.
Let's calculate damage. So we had 1 weapon fired. This laser does 4 damage against the grappler. It has 3 shield. 1 gets through.
And 1 is enough.
1 is enough. It only had 4. So it's dead.
Right.
That's it for our weapons.
Threats advance.
That's advanced threats. The scout, it advances 2. Doesn't do anything. There are no other threats. And then, except this one, right? It advances 2 as well. Nothing
So
happens. And then the rocket goes down its track.
Yay. Whee.
The scout is now just come within range. Perfect timing to be struck by a rocket.
Sweet. Threats appear.
Turn 7.
Nope.
No threats appear this turn.
Okay. Actions.
Green moves to blue. He's going back into the central area. Yellow, again, works on repairing the central laser.
I'm getting ahead of myself again. But hey, it's fixed now.
Okay, yep, the laser is completely repaired. You can remove the malfunction token. Alright, so
Right.
it's working. Which is good, because we're going to need it. Blue fires another rocket.
Yes.
Finally, he's the rocket man he always wanted to be. Red does nothing. He hangs out.
Damage calculation.
Alright, so we have 1 rocket fired. It targets the only threat that is in space right now, the scout. So it will do 3 damage. It has 1 shield, so it will take 2 damage. And that rocket is then removed from the board.
Kinda.
And
Close
so
enough.
that was it for our weapon damage.
Mm-hmm.
Threats advance. The scout advances.
Oh, now what?
So it's Y action. Other external threats advance 1 square. There aren't any other external threats. So he's scouting for no one. He's all by himself, and that has no effect. The rocket moves down its track.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, this makes my dick hard.
Yeah, it's pretty great. All right. Turn
Is
8.
it?
Now we have a new threat. the psionic satellite. It can't actually damage the ship at all. It just delays the crew members and eventually kills them. We're not going to let that happen.
Hope not. Actions?
Actions, turn 8. Green refills the central reactor once more. We've got a satellite that we are going to need to shoot at. The weird thing about satellites is they can't be targeted at distance 3. So I have to wait for it to get closer before I can even begin hoping to target it. Yellow, he jiggles the mouse.
Yay.
Okay, so that's the third phase, mouse maintenance accomplished. Blue does nothing. Red changes decks. His work is basically done, and he's just making his way to the central reactor for later.
Damage calculation.
Okay, so we have a rocket. It strikes the scout. It does 3 damage. It has 1 shield. 2 gets through.
That's more than enough. He's dead.
Yep. Alright, so and that rocket can be taken off the board. So all of the threats are destroyed except for the psionic satellite, which now gets to advance.
Woo.
It advances 2, doesn't do anything, and it's still out of range of all of my weapons.
Are
Turn
you
9.
ready? Right, actions.
No threats appear, and no more threats are going to appear. Green does nothing. Yellow does nothing. Blue fires a rocket.
Of course.
Okay, that's all he's got, and that will be able to strike the satellite on the next turn. Red does nothing, just waits.
Damage calculation.
No weapons fired, no damage done
Nothing
this
to
turn.
fire at. And threats advance.
There's 1, the satellite. It advances and also performs its X action, which is to delay all the players in this zone. So that's yellow on the bridge. Yellow is delayed. His cards slide down the board. Green is also in the white zone, and green's action is delayed. These are the only players who are affected.
Okay. And
That rocket
last one. Okay.
slides down its track.
Alright, no one's delayed. Let's get down to business. Turn
Okay,
10.
turn 10. Green, he was delayed, does nothing. Yellow, he was delayed. The satellite interfered with their minds, and they're just staggering around confused. Blue heads to the bridge, or the main reactor, with his battle bots.
Oh,
What
no.
the hell are you guys doing? Red does the same thing. Takes his battle bots into the central reactor room.
Yeah, that's where the party's at.
Exactly.
Okay.
Alright, let's calculate some damage. So, the rocket targets the satellite. It does 3 damage, and the satellite has 2 shields, so only 1 damage gets through. It has 5 health total, so we need to do 4 more damage to it in order to destroy it.
Fire rocket.
By rocket, all the rockets were fired, and they all struck enemies in this
Mhm.
mission. That's
Nicely
great.
done. Threats. Well, threat advances?
There's 1 threat,
Okay.
and it advances 2, and it doesn't do anything,
All the rockets are
and
gone.
that's it. That's,
Sad.
yeah.
Alright, well, 11.
Turn 11. All right. Green fires the lower pulse cannon. Yellow fires the main upper laser.
There we go.
All right. They were delayed, but they finally got around to shooting at the satellite. Blue and red do nothing. They're already where they want to be. They're fine. Let's calculate some damage.
Alright, what do we got?
So we got the pulse cannon and the central laser, 6 damage total against the satellite. It has 2 shields, so 4 damage gets through. That takes it up to 5 damage, just barely nudging it out. The satellite is destroyed. All of the threats are defeated. No more threats are going to appear.
Yeah, if he had made it there, no one would have gotten to look out the window.
Yeah, but all right, we're going to
Which
pile
brings
into
us
this.
to...
Pile onto the window. Turn 12. All right, green looks out the window.
Yes.
Yellow runs downstairs to look out the window, but he's too late. He got delayed by the satellite, so he's not actually going to be able to make it. Blue drags the battle box up to the window, forces them to look out it, and so does red. So we have 3 crew members looking out the window. That's going to score 3 bonus points.
Alright.
Okay, weapons fired, none?
Yeah, I don't think so. No rockets. They're all gone.
Yep.
There's nothing left to do, but
No more threats appear, no more rockets to resolve, and the ship hyperspaces out. With no damage taken, not even a shield dinged. All the crew members are alive, the battle bots are all active.
it's, laser energy is still floating around in space.
So that's going to be a perfect mission. All of the threats were defeated. Not just survived, but destroyed. So we add all of that up, it comes up to 38 points. And then we got 3 bonus points for looking out the window at the end. That's 2 more, so that makes 41 points for this mission, which is the highest I've ever scored on one mission. If I add up all 3 missions, my total score, plus 12 points for completing the campaign, that's worth 12. Total score is 120. So my
All good
experience,
stuff happens.
my experience then is this score divided by 10, so I get 12 experience. And then I also can claim an accomplishment, and I'm going to claim this accomplishment, which is called Forget This. And that means I've completed a campaign with mixed white and yellow threats with the ship and crew in perfect condition. That gives me 14 extra experience points, so my total experience is going to be 26. I'll gain a level and learn a new ability. I'm probably going to take Rocketeer.
I would love that.
Alright, but campaign completed. The next one, I'll try to make it more difficult. We'll use some of the more difficult threat cards. See if we can get some higher scores.